Thailand is pressing ahead with a permanent fence along parts of its border with Cambodia. Tensions continue to run high between the two Southeast Asian neighbors nearly a year after their worst border clashes in decades. Thailand and Cambodia have been in a long-running territorial dispute centering around colonial-era maps and ancient religious sites, the most important being the Preah Vihear temple. The frontier remains heavily militarized and crossings remain shut as fears mount that fighting could flare up again. DW's Georg Matthes was given rare access to the Cambodian side of the border.
Watching every move their Thai neighbors make. I have been given permission to visit Cambodian forces at their positions along the border with Thailand. Tensions remain high despite a ceasefire. The Thai side has established what it calls a safety perimeter to protect its citizens from Cambodian snipers. But the soldiers here tell my translator that Thailand is illegally occupying Cambodian land.
If you see, this is Thai side. This is what used to be Cambodian here. And now they have to move almost 2 kilometers from here.
Close to 150 people were killed and at least 300,000 displaced during 2 rounds of fighting between Thailand and Cambodia last year. Each country accused the other of starting the clashes. Cambodian soldiers, many of them wearing civilian clothes, show me the destruction. The area remains closed to civilians.
The 155mm artillery shells exploded all around this house. They kept firing and firing. It just didn't stop.
Much of the border still looks like a battlefield, with bunkers everywhere. At another border crossing, soldiers show me what they say is a Thai truck left behind during the last offensive. Both sides frequently accuse each other of violating the ceasefire. Right here, this is as far as you can get on the Cambodian side of the border. I was here in exactly the same location last year after the first round of fighting, and back then this Thai military post was 400 meters down the road. So that means since the second round of fighting in December last year, it has shifted. Thailand says the military posts form the new safety perimeter, and its troop deployment line is exactly where it should be under the ceasefire signed by both parties. Cambodia disagrees. It says more than 20,000 of its citizens are now living in shelters because they are unable to return home. One of them is 74-year-old Yuan, who says she lost her house to Thailand. A few months ago, she moved into this waiting village with 8 of her children and grandchildren. Thousands of people now live in these so-called waiting villages that have sprung up along the Thai-Cambodian border. Officially, they're temporary settlements, but with little hope of the conflict being resolved anytime soon, people are starting to build new lives here. Yuan has planted a mango tree in her front yard. She has little hope of returning home anytime soon. She and her husband settled close to the border around 30 years ago. Now she says she will never forget the day she had to flee and seek shelter at a temple.
They asked me, "Where have you come from? Why don't you have a sleeping mat, a mosquito net, or a blanket?" I told them I couldn't bring anything. My husband and I only had about €1 with us. Then I sat down and started crying.
Thailand is the stronger country, both militarily and economically. Much of the local economy here depended on the open border. Now just clearing the unexploded ammunition will take a long time, officials say. Demining teams are concentrating first on hospitals and schools. This is just one of many factories along the 800-kilometer border between the two countries that is now closed down. And it's a good example for the kind of economic pain this border conflict is inflicting, particularly for Cambodia. Like many younger people here, Yuan's daughter used to work as an agricultural laborer on the Thai side of the border. Now she is unemployed. The waiting villages each housing thousands of people, are safe. But they have been built in the middle of nowhere, far from jobs and basic infrastructure.
I want our leaders to help me find work so I can earn some money and send my children to school. But I can't go anywhere. I just stay at home and look after my children. My parents are also getting very old.
On our final day, we want to visit a key contested area, a remote temple deep in the mountains facing Thailand. But the soldiers are concerned that new fighting could break out at any moment, so we are stopped. The conflict is hurting both countries economically, and it's also damaging politically. It makes cooperation inside ASEAN, the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, much harder, where Cambodia and Thailand are supposed to work together as partners and neighbors. And until this conflict is resolved, it is the people here in the border region on both sides who will keep paying the highest price.
Mu Sochua is a Cambodian politician and human rights activist. She's been in self-exile since 2017 after the government started targeting opposition politicians. She's currently president of the overseas advocacy group, the Khmer Movement for Democracy, and joins us from Atlanta in the U.S. Welcome to DW. Now, we just heard about the ongoing tensions along the Thai-Cambodian border. How serious is the situation in your view?
Very serious, because it has tremendous impact, economically speaking, and also on the lives of the people. And Cambodia is losing at least 60 sites to Thailand. Very serious also because of the situation of cybercrime and cyber security for the region.
Mm-hmm. And we're talking about ancient temples, colonial borders that are at the heart of this dispute. Explain to those who are maybe not as familiar with this dispute as you certainly are, how deep does the animosity run between Cambodia and Thailand when it comes to this dispute?
It's really a combination of history, a combination of internal politics, of nationalism, security in the region, and now cybercrime, I said. In the border between Cambodia and Thailand, the maps were drawn by the French during the colonial years. Between 1907 1908, the French surveyors totally have given a detailed map and the border, including the Preah Vihear temples, ancient temples that are truly inside Cambodia. It was also on the maps by the French that it is inside Cambodia and other areas inside Cambodia. And this is now still a dispute contested by Thailand, because Thailand has a much stronger position, militarily speaking. The sovereignty of Cambodia today is totally at risk, mainly because of cybercrime. Cambodia has become the epicenter of cybercrime.
I want to get to that in a second. I do want to talk about the human cost to this dispute, because I know it's a cause that's very dear to your heart as well. We saw in our report the hardship for people living in the disputed region. How damaging is the standoff between these two nations for the vulnerable populations in both countries?
Cambodia has lost a lot more than Thailand, economically speaking, because Cambodia has always depended on imports from Thailand. And also, as Thailand was the source of employment, of income for at least 2 million Cambodian migrant workers inside Thailand. During the dispute, at least 1 million migrant workers from Cambodia have come home, which means a great loss economically speaking, and also the lives of our people because of the Thailand went into Cambodia and dropped bombs in Cambodia. That has resulted to at least 500,000 Cambodians who are displaced and still remain in relocation camps at this moment. What is even more tragic for Cambodia is the level of poverty and the lack of resources of our people and the lack of employment. Now, our people who are inside Cambodia who cannot find employment are trying to cross the border, risking their lives daily so that they can find employment back in Thailand.
Are the governments in Cambodia and Thailand actually trying to resolve this conflict? Is dialogue taking place right now?
Absolutely not. Thailand now is taking and using this position, it has the upper hand. Militarily speaking, they are much strong. Thailand is much stronger than Cambodia, economically speaking, and also politically on the political scene, because Cambodia has a very weak position right now because of cybercrime.
Explain the issue of cybercrime. Why is it such a big problem? What is happening there on that front?
Cambodia has become the epicenter of cybercrime. Just recently, because of pressure from the international community, sanctions from the US and the UK, Cambodia is pushed toward a resolution. It has closed over 700 cybercrime center. Cybercrime has affected the world. Specifically, Cambodia has gained over in the black market over $14 billion from cybercrime. And this is for the elites of Cambodia, the government of Cambodia, even the prime minister and his father are protecting cybercrime because the family of the elites, the tycoons that are closely related to the regime in Cambodia have depend so heavily on the income from cybercrime. Now, Thailand is really looking at this situation as their gain by demanding that these cybercrime centers be closed. And because it also affects the economy and the politics inside Thailand. And cybercrime affects not only the world community, but it is a cybersecurity for the region. And Cambodia is really at the center of this. And the commitment from the regime in Cambodia is not strong enough to ensure that cybercrime will be eradicated from Cambodia and from the region.
Returning to this border dispute, what do you think needs to happen to achieve durable peace in the region?
ASEAN is the mechanism for in the region to reduce the tension between Cambodia and Thailand. However, ASEAN is tied to its culture of non-interference. But this cannot be a solution unless ASEAN takes a stronger role than just to come to the border and monitor and report on the conflict. Whenever there are real, true evidence of invasion. For example, Cambodia has lost 60 sites to Thailand. This is total invasion of role of Thailand on Cambodia, especially the Preah Vihear temples in the area. The Thai military, the Thai people are inside Cambodia on our land. This is so clear. And Cambodia has not taken the international mechanism, which is the International Court of Justice, that the ICJ or the ICC or the International Criminal Court, which can provide solution to this conflict, because ICJ and ICC have clear rules and can investigate, can make decisions, and ICJ has made decision on Preah Vihear, on Cambodia, and Cambodia has regained some of these of Preah Vihear in 1962 and in 2013.
That was Mu
So there
Sochua.
are mechanisms, international
We'll have to
mechanisms,
leave it there.
to
That was
resolve this.
Cambodian politician and human rights activist Mu Sochua. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.